All right, so you know that dream you have?
Yeah.
That storefront you always picture?
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant with your name on it, that thing you're passionate about? It's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But then there's all the details, the leases, the locations, the legal stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it can be a little daunting.
Oh, absolutely.
So you sent us a piece about this, and specifically about securing the right lease for a retail business.
Yeah.
That first one especially.
Right. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because location, right?
Makes or breaks you.
It really does.
Absolutely.
And the source you shared zeroes in on something that you might not have considered. A commercial real estate broker.
Yeah.
We're going to deep dive into why this person is so vital in the process. Even if you've dabbled in real estate before, the retail game has its own quirks.
Totally.
And this might reveal some insider tips and advantages you haven't thought of.
For sure. And one of the things that the source makes very clear is that a good broker doesn't just find you an empty space.
Right.
They understand the market.
Yeah, they really hammered that point home. The experience and knowledge using a broker, especially for that first lease.
Right.
They said it's practically non-negotiable.
And I think it's true. They're plugged into the real estate world in a way most newcomers simply aren't.
Right.
They hear about opportunities before they even hit the market, and they have insights into things you wouldn't catch just by, like, reading a lease, you know?
Like, what? Give me an example.
Well, a seasoned broker might know which landlords are notorious for pushing extra costs onto tenants, or who has a reputation for being really difficult during lease renewals, things that could really trip you up down the line.
Yeah, so there's this whole network advantage, this insider knowledge, but I know what some listeners might be thinking. Okay, this all sounds great, but isn't hiring a broker going to eat into my startup budget?
Yeah, that's a valid concern for sure. But the article makes the case that a broker's value often outweighs their fee. Think of it as an investment rather than a cost.
Okay, I'm listening. Walk me through that.
They can often negotiate a better rent price for you, secure more favorable terms, and spot those hidden costs that we were just talking about. Those savings can add up over the life of your lease, potentially offsetting their fee many times over.
And there's the whole mitigating risks thing that the article mentioned.
Oh, yeah. That's huge. Imagine unknowingly signing a lease with restrictions that prevent you from expanding later, or hidden costs that pop up down the line. A broker can spot those red flags and shield you from those nasty surprises buried in the lease, potentially saving you thousands of dollars in headaches. That peace of mind is worth a lot.
It's about avoiding those gotcha moments.
Right.
The things that could really derail your business down the road.
Exactly. And, you know, there's another detail the article brought up, the idea of a broker having access to exclusive listings.
Oh, yeah.
It's like finding a hidden gem that no one else knows about.
Imagine snagging that perfect storefront that wasn't even on the market. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
How does that even work?
Goes back to that network we were talking about. Brokers are constantly talking to landlords, property managers, other brokers. They hear about spaces becoming available before they're officially listed. And sometimes they have relationships that allow them to get their clients access to spaces that never even hit the open market.
So it's not just about finding a space, it's about finding the right space, the one that's perfectly suited to your business.
Exactly.
And a broker can help you do that in a way that would be very difficult to do on your own.
Right.
Now, I know that the article was really focused on securing that initial lease, but it also hinted at something beyond that, something about an ongoing relationship with a broker.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Oh.
And that's what we'll be diving into next.
Okay, I'm hooked.
Okay.
Listener, are you?
Yeah.
What stood out to you so far about the role a broker can play? Hang tight as we unpack that long-term relationship aspect next. So you've talked about how valuable a commercial real estate broker can be when you're getting that first lease for your retail business. But the article you sent hinted at something more than that. It talked about a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the significance of that?
Well, what's really interesting is that a good broker doesn't just help you with that first lease. They become a strategic partner for, like, the whole life cycle of your business, you know? As your business grows, your needs are going to change, and they can help you through all of that.
So a little bit of a transaction, more of an ongoing partnership.
Exactly. And this is something that the Eureka Business Group source kind of highlighted. They talked about building these strong relationships with both tenants and landlords. It's that win-win mindset that really stood out to me.
Yeah, you need someone who's invested in your success, not just someone looking to make a quick commission.
Right. And as your business grows, you might need to renew your lease or expand into a bigger space or even relocate. A good broker will be there for all of that, anticipating your needs and helping you make the best decisions.
That long-term perspective is something most people probably don't think about when they're first starting out. They're just focused on getting those doors open.
Yeah, but playing the long game is crucial in retail, and a broker can help you do that. They're thinking about where you are now, but also where you want to be in 5-10 years.
It's like having a real estate mentor in your corner, someone guiding you through every stage of your business journey. Earlier we touched on this idea of a broker mitigating risks, but I'd love a concrete example of what that actually looks like in practice.
Sure.
So let's say you're that passionate baker we were talking about before. You found this cute storefront in a great neighborhood, and you're ready to sign the lease.
Okay.
I'm picturing it. The exposed brick, the smell of fresh bread wafting out into the street.
Sounds great.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, on the surface, everything might seem perfect, but a broker's going to dig deeper. They'll analyze the demographics, the foot traffic, the competition parking availability. They might even look at future development plans for the area.
Those are things that most people wouldn't even think about.
Exactly, and that's where their expertise is so valuable. They might discover that a new shopping center is being built a few blocks away, which could pull customers away from your bakery. Or they might find something hidden in the lease itself.
Ooh, tell me more. What kind of hidden things are we talking about?
Okay, so for example, they might find that the lease has something called a percentage rent clause, which is pretty common in retail.
For those of us who don't speak fluent lease, what exactly does that mean?
It means that on top of the base rent, you have to pay the landlord a percentage of your revenue. And those percentages can really vary. A broker can help you understand those clauses and negotiate the best possible terms.
So they're not just looking for the obvious red flags.
Right.
They're deciphering the fine print, making sure you don't get hit with any unexpected costs down the road.
Exactly. They're like your financial detective uncovering those hidden traps that could really hurt your bottom line. Another thing they might find is that you're responsible for all repairs and maintenance, even major structural stuff. That can add up to a lot of money.
Wow. So having a broker on your side could potentially save you thousands of dollars in unexpected costs.
Absolutely. And it's not just about avoiding the bad stuff, it's also about maximizing the good stuff. A skilled broker can often negotiate a lower rent, get you a longer lease term, or even get the landlord to chip in for tenant improvement.
Wait, hold on. Before we go any further, what are tenant improvements?
Oh, that's just industry jargon for any changes or upgrades you need to make to the space to fit your business, like new flooring or building out a kitchen.
So it's like customizing the space to make it your own. And a broker can get the landlord to help pay for that.
Exactly. They use their relationship with the landlord and their knowledge of the market to get you the best possible deal. This is where those strong relationships we talked about earlier really pay off.
It sounds like having a broker is like having a secret weapon in the competitive world of retail. It's like they're leveling the playing field, giving you an edge.
Well, it's not about being unfair. It's about being smart and strategic. The retail world is constantly changing, and having an experienced guide can really make a difference. And another thing that the article talked about.
It really makes you wonder how anyone opens a retail business without one.
Right.
They bring so much to the table.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to negotiating.
And a good broker becomes more than just an advisor. They become part of your team. They're invested in your success, and they're there to help you every step of the way.
Yeah, we keep coming back to this idea of a broker as a long-term partner. And I think that's key for our listeners. The source really emphasized that ongoing relationship, and it sounds like that's where the real value is.
It is. Think about it. As your business grows, your real estate needs will probably change too. You might need to renew your lease, expand to a larger space, maybe even relocate. A good broker will be there through all of that, making sure things go smoothly.
And since they already know your business so well, it's not like starting over each time.
Exactly. They already know your goals, your budget, what you're looking for. It makes the whole process so much easier and less stressful.
It's like having a real estate wingman, someone who's always got your back.
I like that. They're there to celebrate your wins and help you come up with a plan when you run into challenges. And because they've been through it all before, they can offer really valuable insights and advice.
So listener, if you're dreaming about opening that shop, that restaurant, that thing you're so passionate about, maybe factor in the expertise of a broker. It could be the smartest investment you make.
It really could. The source didn't say this directly, but finding a good broker is a lot like finding a good business partner.
Oh, interesting.
It's a relationship built on trust, communication, shared goals.
And just like any good partnership, it can really take your business to a whole new level. So go out there and conquer the retail world, listener.
Yeah.
And hey, when you find that perfect spot,
Yeah.
send us a postcard. We'd love to hear about your success.